Hey guys, how you going? Hope you're all having a fantastic whatever time it is in your part of the world. If you're Australian, then it's evening once again. I'm making it a bit of a habit doing reviews in the evening because that's where I've got most of the free time. So I hope you're all doing very, very well. And I'm going to be doing another movie review tonight. Now, this movie hasn't been released on DVD yet. I was lucky enough to be able to get a copy to have a watch. But for a DVD release, you're going to have to wait. Hopefully, it's released sooner rather than later. Fingers crossed, because I'm really looking forward to getting the DVD release. So it's a Scandinavian horror film. So once again, English subtitles. I do apologise, but you know the drill. It's Norwegian, and it was made in 2010, directed by a guy named Andre Ovredal, and this movie is called The Troll Hunter. Now the story is as follows. A group of students investigate a series of mysterious bear killings, but learn that there are much more dangerous things going on. They start to follow a mysterious hunter, learning that he is actually a troll hunter. So there's a group of students, they're very young, and they're setting out on doing a documentary about some mysterious bear killings. They don't know who are killing these bears, but all they know is that, more and more bears are turning up dead. So they see this as an opportunity to have a story and make a documentary out of it. So they're taking their video cameras along, and they end up coming across this very mysterious hunter who really does keep to himself and creates a lot of suspicion. And a lot of people think that this hunter is responsible for these bears being killed, and it's against the law. So they want to get to the bottom of it, and they think that his reluctance to speak is down to the fact that he is guilty. But then after a while, they keep nagging this guy over and over and over. And eventually this guy, he's holding a secret, but you kind of think that the secret is he's killing the bears, but the secret is much deeper than that. And so eventually he lets them come along on a hunt of his, and they think that they're not knowing what to expect. He ends up telling them that he's a troll hunter, and he hunts trolls. Now, trolls being a mythical creature, at first they think this guy's just some psycho, he's off his head, and he just wants to cover his tracks because he wants to get the topic off the bears. So they end up going along, laughing about it, thinking, yeah, we're going to see some trolls. And then before you know it, one evening, bang, they're right in the middle of this troll hunt. And before they know it, they're capturing these trolls on these cameras and they're living the experience. So then after the first experience, they end up going along on more of these hunts, and as more of these hunts happen, it gets more and more dangerous, and those people filming it are putting their lives at risk, but at the same time capturing something that is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and an event that not everyone sees, because these trolls stay very well hidden. And so yeah, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's never going to happen again. So they're willing to risk their lives to capture the footage. So that's as far as I'm going to go with the story. I'm not going to tell you how it unfolds, but I will say that it's very, very thrilling. So yeah, that's as far as I'm going to go. As soon as you get the opportunity, I would suggest you check it out to see what happens. So yeah, that's my views. That's my synopsis for you. Now my thoughts on the film. This is a shaky, handheld sort of camera film, so if you don't like those sort of films, I would suggest you move away and not watch it, because, it's been done over and over again, and unfortunately, if you don't like it, this is another case of the handheld sort of shaky camera work. But that doesn't take anything away from it, in my view. I really, really enjoyed this film. The special effects in this film were absolutely incredible. The trolls looked so realistic, and they were absolutely mammoth. They were humongous, and they didn't look fake, which was absolutely unbelievable. And I have to give credit to the special effects crew, because the CGI, a lot of the time CGI really ruins a film, but this one was just done so professionally, and I was absolutely amazed at how good the trolls actually looked. They looked real, and you look like you're actually looking at real footage. So that just is such a credit to the CGI. It would have been so easy to completely ruin the experience, but they've really nailed it here. And, I actually found it to be very, very realistic, which is an incredibly difficult thing to do. So bravo to the special effects team. The acting was good. There were a few actors from the film Cold Prey, the Norwegian slasher. So if you've seen that film, you'll recognise a few faces here. So the acting was very, very solid, and it really did create an even more realistic, authentic kind of atmosphere. So very, very good in that respect. And the suspense, when they're going on these hunts, it was, you don't get to see the trolls first off. You hear the noises, and it creates a jar, just makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up, and just sends a chill down your spine, because yeah, it was masterfully done. It's suspenseful, and it's not a case of seeing less is best. Well, it isn't in a way, and it is. You get to see the trolls, but the suspenseful moments, the most suspenseful moments, is the build-up to actually seeing the trolls. So that's what I really, really liked about it. Suspense, plus, it's a creature feature. So fans of monster films will really like this one. Now, my only criticism of it was a little bit family orientated. There's no gore, and I'm not going to tell you if there's any deaths, but there's no on-screen killing. So for those of you who want something hardcore, you're going to be disappointed. My only criticism is that it was just, as I said, a little bit family orientated, in that it was just a film that the whole family could enjoy. It's a horror film for the whole family. So, if you're wanting something that's going to really shock you, then I would probably stay away from it. But having said that, there is enough suspense in this film that is going to keep even the most veteran sort of horror fans happy. So I wouldn't recommend it for really young children because of the way the trolls look. They're very scary looking. So in that respect, I wouldn't recommend it to very young children, but for teenagers, I would recommend if you want something that is going to create a genuine scare, but at the same time is good, sort of clean fun, because there's no gore. So yeah, but it is definitely a film that it's kind of film that Steven Spielberg would make. But the fact that this is out of Scandinavia is just even better, because they're really making a name for themselves, and this movie will just put them on the map even a lot more. So, yeah, Norwegian horror is going from strength to strength. I can't wait for this DVD release. As soon as it's released, I would highly recommend you go out and pick this one up. That is The Troll Hunter. It was made in 2010. As I said, hasn't been released yet, but hopefully it gets distributed very, very soon, because it's certainly worth the watch. Alright guys, that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later.